Okay, so I'm back for my second review for today, and it is going to be on Wintergirls by Laurie Halse Anderson. Okay, so basically this book is about a girl named Leah. She's a teenager. I believe she's like 17, 16, something around there. And she had a best friend named Cassie. When they were younger, Cassie and Leah made this sort of pact to become the skinniest girls in school. And this pact kind of escalates into them getting the anorexia disorder, and Cassie dies. So Leah is left alone with the pain and the grief of losing her best friend, and also with her dysfunctional family. Her mom and dad are divorced, and she has a stepmom and a stepsister. She doesn't really get along with her mother or her father, so she's kind of just this shell of a girl that's just so difficult and mean to everyone, but you can't really blame her because she has so much pain inside of her, and it's just so sad. So it's basically about Leah coping with her disorder, coping with the loss of her best friend, and trying to become the thinnest girl in school. Even though you don't really see her go to school, actually, I don't think. It's not really that if they want to be the thinnest girl in school. She just wants to die, really. If you couldn't tell, this is a really powerful, emotional book. This is probably meant for older teens, I would guess. It really opened my eyes to what anorexia does to people and how it affects other people around them. It's kind of like an addiction, kind of, because you can't really stop. You're starving yourself and you can't stop, and it just opened my eyes and it made me think, and it just shocked me, and it was just such a great book. I also really like how the chapters are done. It's basically like they do the weight. The chapters are named by weight. So that's really, really cool. I liked how they did that. And this book was just so good. I really, really loved it. It's probably one of my favorite reads of this year. But I did have one small problem. And it is an extremely minor one, so I'm not really going to dock it too much for that at all, because I understand why it happened, but I still was kind of pissed off about it. And it's something that happens towards the end, so I can't even tell you what it is because it's a spoiler, but just know that it kind of disappointed me. Well, it doesn't disappoint me. I understand why it happened, but it just bugged me, really. I don't know. It just bugged me a little bit. I don't know how to explain it because it's a spoiler, so yeah. But I still love this book. Laurie Halse Anderson's writing is just amazing. She is such a beautiful writer. It's like so lyrical and just so good. I loved it. Like, it's kind of like the opposite of Ellen Hopkins, if you think of it that way. Like, Ellen Hopkins writes in verse, in poetry form, but Laurie Halse Anderson writes in prose. But her words, her sentences are like poetry. It's just so amazing and so wonderful. Laurie is just such a beautiful writer. I love her. Oh my god, I just cannot wait to read more of her books because this is just so amazing. And by the way, how awesome is this freaking cover? Like, holy crap, and it's all the way around. It's sparkly all the way around. It's just so nice. I don't know if you can see with the light, but it's just so beautiful, and I love this cover. And the cover has a meaning to it, but I just love it. Oh, it's such a great book. Definitely, I recommend this book to everyone. This is so, so, so good. And even though it took me a long time to read, that was mostly because I was kind of not in the mood to read. I was in a reading funk, and this was just happened to be the book that I was reading at the time. So this was actually a really quick read. This is easy to read, and it's hard to put down. It really is. It's a really, really amazing book, and a really, really extremely powerful one. So, meant for older teens. Again, it's meant for older teens, so you know. It was just such an amazing book. I loved it. 5 out of 5 stars. Amazing. And the book that I'm reading now is Sing Me to Sleep by Angela Morrison. Can I just rant for a minute? I need to rant. Okay, so I like to look in the back of the book to see how many pages there are. And last night, I saw the name of the last chapter, and I feel like I just got spoiled for the whole book. So I am pissed off at myself. And I realize now that I could have just looked on Goodreads to see how many freaking pages there are, and now I'm spoiled, I think. Maybe I'm not. I hope I don't know how it ends, because I have a feeling I know how it ends because of the last chapter title. So if you're going to read this book, don't look in the back of the book. Don't look at any of the chapters because they're named and you might spoil something for yourself. So just a warning so you don't end up like me, like lucky old me. But so far it's an amazing book. I'm on chapter 11, page 96. It's really, really good so far. I really enjoy it. So yeah, this will be my next review. So I hope you all enjoyed this review, and I will see you guys next time. I'm going to probably do a discussion video soon in a couple days or something. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this. And I'll see you guys next time.